Welcome to episode number 30 of Real Occult, where we apply numerology and astrology, Western, Chinese, and Vedic, to the material world. In this episode, we are talking about the nodes of the moon, Rahu and Ketu. Each one of these nodes spends around 18 months in each one of the signs. And so Ketu in Virgo and Rahu in Pisces is where these nodes have spent their last 18 months. On May 18th, Sunday, Ketu transitioned to Leo, and Rahu transitioned into Aquarius. And so for myself, the last year and a half has been absolutely crazy. Very intense. It has felt like a slingshot pulling me back 2 steps back so that I can get launched 5 steps forward by the universe. And so Ketu in Virgo was transiting my Rahu and Mars sign, while Rahu was transiting my Ketu and Saturn sign. So I was going through this 180 degree opposite energy over the last 18 months. And so this time signifies for other people who are going through Rahu transiting their Ketu, Ketu transiting their Rahu, which happens right around the time of your Saturn return. This is, for most people, a karmic checkpoint. Have you been doing what you are supposed to do based on your destiny and your purpose? If so, it's going to be slight transitions. The universe is just going to be tapping you into place. Whereas if you have been slacking off, you have been blowing it, this opposite energy is going to force you back into alignment with your karmic destiny, which is why it's a karmic checkpoint. And so Rahu signifies illusions and obsession, while Ketu signifies detachment. So you have detachment energy transiting over where you naturally are obsessed and naturally have these illusions, making your obsessions slightly off base with reality. Whereas Rahu transiting your Ketu, you are obsessed with clearing away the illusions that you have gotten from your detachment that you have throughout life. So you become obsessed where you're normally detached, and you become detached where you're normally obsessed. And so this period is a karmic checkpoint that also, once you pass through it, turns into karmic conclusions and karmic closure. We are forced to let go of all these false beliefs that we've had around our personal identity, our work ethic, what we value, why we value it. And this happens to us because the pendulum has swung as far in the opposite direction as it possibly can. And so me still being in my late 20s, this is the first time in my life that I've experienced this energy as polar opposite as it can get, which is why it's a karmic checkpoint. And so everyone that's older, you've already been through this process and you're working your way back through it a second time. I just went through it for the first time. And so this karmic closure aligns with the transition into the next sign. As the signs transition, that period comes to an end. The karmic inputs you've put in have received their output, and now you are beginning a new 9-year universal input-output cycle. The universe has cleared away what was, so that what can be is actually able to come into your life. Because you need space. You need to clear away the space so that the new can come in. And we just so happen to be right now in a 9 universal year. 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5, 9. We are also in the 5th month of this 9 universal year. So energetically, we are all experiencing this massive shift from what was into what will be. And depending on what house your Ketu and Rahu are in, is going to determine what flavor, what area of your life these transitions and changes are occurring in. So someone in our community had their Ketu, Rahu transition, their Rahu in their 5th house. And so they had been able to now get back into their passion for artistic creation, their passion for writing, their passion for self-expression, and how they genuinely enjoy entertaining themselves, how they like to express themselves. Because this energy was in their 5th house. So that's how it manifested for them. For me, my Ketu was transiting my 5th house, Virgo. So I, for the last year and a half, have been detached from those specific things, detached from my obsessive compulsion to track all this stuff and to hyper-fixate on grammar, all of the stuff from the 5th house. And that detachment has allowed me to refine my true voice, just like their obsessive nature with Rahu transiting their 5th house has allowed them to dip back into the things that they had stopped doing previously. So both of us in the 5th house, the different energy changed how we experienced the last year and a half. And so moving forward, Ketu in Leo, depending on what house your Leo is in, if your Leo is, let's say your Leo's in the 10th house. This detached nature with Ketu is going to melt away everything that's not real when it comes to your career, your profession, how you present yourself, the things you care about, the false stories and images you have revolving around all of these 10th house themes are going to be melted away. Whereas, let's say your Rahu leaving Pisces for Aquarius goes into your 4th house Aquarius. Chances are family matters, your emotional foundation, you're going to become fixated on improving those things. As you stop focusing, or as Ketu touches your career, the shift is going to go from outward projection of the 10th house into the inward emotional stability in the 4th. And so the whole purpose, the whole message that I want to drive home today in this episode 30 with these nodes, take a peek at the house, because the transition just happened. We're just beginning to touch it. We're in the 5th month of this 9 universal year. So all this transitional energies happening, and we just had these nodes transition. So wherever your Virgo is, or wherever your Leo is in your chart, Ketu just left Virgo and entered there. So that house's themes and topics are going to be flavored with Ketu energy, detachment, flow, letting things be as they are supposed to be. You are not lost. You are in between what was and what is coming next. So Ketu pushes space into your life, into whatever house Leo is sitting in. Ketu is going to be bringing space in there. Whereas Rahu, wherever your Aquarius is sitting, Rahu is going to bring an obsessive nature to that house, so much so that it's possible you fall for illusions or delude yourself from what reality actually is. That's all I have for you on this topic at the moment. I just wanted to record this before the transition gets too many days away. This is a highly emotional time. 5th month, 9 universal year. Right off the back of the double eclipses in March, April was building the foundation for what this new transition is going to be. May is pushing us forward into the new, so that June we can begin doing the work that's required to actually transition. If you have any questions, you can send us a text by clicking the link in the bottom of the description. You can head to realoccult.com and schedule a free 30-minute reading and strategy session. If you have any questions and would like personalized guidance, completely free, book a 30-minute strategy session with a chart reading, cover your numerology and astrology. This 9 universal year has been, it's been wild so far. We're halfway through it, and the transition has begun. I hope you got some value out of this. You found something useful in here, or you were just entertained for 14, 15 minutes while you're doing what you're doing. Either way, I genuinely appreciate you listening, and I will talk to you again soon.